Welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio from Taatjes Financial Group. Taatjes Financial is a company that specializes in helping retirees and pre-retirees build purposeful retirement plans. Custom plans that not only help clients steward their treasure, but their time and talent as well. They believe that if you're taken care of financially, you go even further to make the family, community, and kingdom impact you truly desire to make, which is the ultimate purpose of wealth. If you'd like to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting with one of their financial advisors, give them a call at 222-4236. You can request a meeting at taatjesfinancial.com or simply stop by their office on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer. All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome to Time, Talent, Treasure Radio right here on KWLM. Jared Sebesta joining you. This is the last, obviously, show of the year and the last day of the year. We hope that 2024 has been an amazing year for you. And we hope, on behalf of Taatjes Financial Group, that you are living with expectancy and excited about the next year. And so we want to spend just a little bit of time and talk about that and maybe ways you listening to this, and especially retirees, can make sure that 2025 is indeed a big year, not necessarily just in financial gains, certainly, but just in a year of growth and expansion in you as a person. Ben Taatjes joins me now, and we just did a podcast on this last week. You heard it here on KWLM last Friday, and if you missed it, go back to your favorite podcasting platform and listen to that episode. But some of those things we're going to talk about here on today's show, but really, again, from a retiree standpoint, why not 2025 be a year that you become bigger, bolder, more exciting, and you really step into this idea of stewarding the things that God has given you?
Yeah, I think to be a retiree today, Jared, you are so blessed with time, talent, and treasure. And if you look at the logo, if you ever drive by our office on First Street, you'll see a big tree in the logo, and there's 3 T's coming out of it. A lot of people have said to me, that stands for your last name, Taatjes, and you must have planned on, kids being in the business someday or something. But no, it was always designed to really encompass this idea of let's help people steward their time, talent, and treasure. Mm-hmm. And being a financial firm, we end up talking a lot more about the treasure piece, obviously. But I think it's very important. I think our industry as a whole does a very poor job of tying in the treasure to those other first 2 pieces. Mm-hmm. Really, it's my job and our jobs as advisors to help people steward all 3 of those. Mm-hmm. And helping them realize, you heard about in last week's show, kind of my, why I do what I do, my advisor point of view. I tie that into a lot of the conversations I have with people. It's, we can help you hopefully build more wealth over time. Yes, we can help you get organization around your finances. We can really help give you some direction there. But you can have all the money stuff figured out, everything dialed in, have a financial plan, and not get the time management or the talent, taking care of your talent right, and it won't matter. Yeah. Nothing will matter. So again, we're trying to get the whole picture and help people manage their time, talent, and treasure.
You base your philosophy off of the parable of the talents. It talks about how taking what was given to you, expanding it, growing it to have God's abundance. That doesn't just apply surface level. There's deeper meanings into some of that. Touch on that briefly.
Well, yeah, I love that parable. Parable of the talents found in Matthew 25 verses 14 and following, and I'd encourage our listeners to go read it. If you're a person of faith or not, there's great wisdom there. I am, and I take wisdom from the Bible every day in what I do. And that particular piece of scripture is really what I think stewardship's built on here. When we look at helping clients really look at the fact that they've been given a lot, just living in this country, we've all been given a lot. And are asked to do a lot with it.
Sure. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper on this, and this is one part of the podcast last week I thought was really interesting. We talked about how we don't wait until the blessing comes and then start to steward our time, talent, and treasure. We can take initiative, and we can actually exhibit faith by playing bigger in these areas, and that starts right now. And so kind of connect the dots between having a really, really big 2025 and what people or retirees can start doing right now with some of these assets.
Well, I think from the financial side, Jared, I think for a lot of people, we end up waiting until the end of the year to do most of our charitable giving. I've done it and have done it many times before. But sometimes from a stewardship aspect, it might look better to actually do it consistently throughout the year. To say, okay, even before you have some of the income. One of my absolute favorite meetings, Jared, I've ever had with a family was we were actually fundraising for people living in the country of Haiti, and we were trying to add to the organization's footprint and add some land and some buildings. And I had made the plea to the family, and actually was more talking to the mom and the dad, but they wanted one of their kids to be involved, and their son looked at mom and dad and said something like, "Yeah, I would like to give $5,000 to this." And the mom actually started tearing up and crying. Partly because I think she was trying to figure out, how is my son going to pay for this? He doesn't have that. But she was so proud of their son to give away money he didn't have. Literally didn't have it. And he says, "Well, Mom, I can do that. I've got my lawn mowing business now, and I think I can make $5,000 next year." And this young man made that leap of faith to say, "Okay, I'm going to give away, this earnings to this organization so that the people of Haiti can actually benefit from that, because I don't need it." Now, to me, that's stewardship, right? It's
faith.
It is absolutely an element of saying, "Yep, God, I trust you. This is the right thing for me to do. You're moving in my spirit. I'm going to give this," even before he had it. Yeah. Now, would I recommend that for a lot of people to do that? Probably not to that level, to give away your entire income next year. But if you're called to that, go for it.
Sure.
And this was one of my favorite meetings of all time. But it really brings up this idea of with expectancy, right? To go out, take that leap and say, "I'm going to give even before I've been given." And I think it's kind of a neat concept.
Yeah. Well, I think it provides hope. It provides excitement. I think a lot of people they're missing excitement out of their life. And it's like when you wake up every day and you have that ability to play to the level that you want blessing to come from. And again, I don't want to go super deep here philosophically, but you kind of put the play back in God's hands. When you take a leap of faith, you're kind of initiating to the divine that you're serious. And that, to me, the more that I open up my life to that, the more blessing I get. I'm not talking just financial here. I'm talking about the whole picture. And so that's kind of the main word and the thing we're trying to drive home here. What's maybe something that people can do here? We're kind of wrapping up the show here, but what is something that people can do right now so they have a massive 2025?
Well, I think if we're going to stick to the financial side, Jared, let's just go ahead and change that giving frequency. Don't wait until December next year, but perhaps do it quarterly. Just start there at the end of this quarter. Say, okay, where are we at? And with some expectation that the year will continue, right? But to give now and to say, okay, each quarter, meet as a family, meet with your spouse, and make some of those giving shifts. And I think not just with your money, but also with your time. Take a leap of faith. Say, I'm going to give a little more time right now. Let God work in your time, talent, and treasure.
All right, Ben, that sounds good. Well, just a reminder before I let you go, Taatjes Financial Group will be closed tomorrow for New Year's Day, but will reopen promptly Thursday morning at 8:30. And if you want to reach out to Taatjes Financial Group to schedule your no-cost, no-obligation meeting, please do so by calling 222-4236. You can request a meeting online at taatjesfinancial.com, or you can stop by their office located on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer. One more reminder, we have a brand new episode of Retiree Purpose coming up later this week on Friday at 4:30 right here on KWLM. I'm Jared Sebesta, joining you in this episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Securities offered through Avantax Investment Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Avantax Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through an Avantax affiliated insurance agency.